Hi guys, I'm Parampreet Singh and I've been taking like MLP sessions as you all know, and OPP is coming, and um, like 2 days ago we did the first revision session for OPP 1, and today we are doing second revision session. Alright, and you can get the recording of today's session as well as my earlier MLP sessions in my YouTube channel. This is my YouTube channel. I will upload the recording of today's session as well here. All right. So, what's the agenda of today's session is we have first we will go through the okay. First we will go through. I have prepared almost 50 plus new questions. All right. So first we will go through some new questions. Okay. I have prepared two sets. First is this 13 session 13B set. All right. It has almost 20 plus questions, and then I have another set, this one. It has 30 plus questions. All right. So we will like I will share one for you like to practice, and we will do one in the session first, and then we will do the NPP1 questions as well. And then if like still we have some time, so then we will look into the OPP questions. All right. So this will be the agenda for today's session. So let's start. As I said, first we will do some new questions. I have prepared some new questions using this house price prediction data set. Okay, this is the competition. Here we have to predict the house price. All right, and it is a like regression problem. And in OPP1 we have already only discussed, like for the syllabus of OPP1 we have only covered linear regression, which is a like regression algorithm. So we will be using this dataset only. Okay, so you can like use this dataset in your notebook as well. And one more thing, like as I told you, like if you want to prepare, like if you want to practice any of these on your own, what you can do is you can go to my profile or open the notebook directly. Let's say this is the notebook. Okay, when I will share you, this is how it looks. Just click on these three dots and click on copy and edit notebook. All right, either copy or either fork and edit notebook, something like that. Just click on the first option, then आपके पास एक इसकी copy बन जाएगी and you can do practice on that. Okay, so I have like as I said, I'm using this dataset and I have already loaded this dataset here. Is the font size clear or should I increase it?
I think you should increase. Full screen
Uh,
on my.
Now is it clear?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And guys, just be interactive in the session. Okay, क्योंकि मेरे सामने पूरा code होगा and I won't be able to see the thumbs up or any
Okay. Okay.
reaction if you will. All right. So this is the first uh, cell which is default in Kaggle, and in OPP we will use the Google Colab. उसमें I don't know whether we have to record. Sorry, I don't know whether we have to upload the data set or not. वो instructions एग्जाम वाले लिंक पे हमें मिल जाएंगे. All right. So then this is kind of the first step which we do. We read the CSV file. All right. ये path तो आपका depend करेगा जहाँ आपने CSV file store करी है. And I'm reading it in df, and I'm just doing df.head to see like how first 5 rows looks like. And yes, so this session is being recorded and I will share the recording as well. And then a second step like I have done here, which is to check what are the columns do we have. So we have various columns. Okay, from ID, MS subclass and a lot, and at last we have sale price column, which is the target label. Okay, then as like our OPP is divided into two parts. First is data pre-processing and second one is model building. Okay, so the same way I have created these questions so we can like practice in the same way. And so let's start. Okay, so guys, थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा interactive रखते हैं. You all can see the questions, right? Can you all read the questions properly?
Yes.
All right. So
Yes. How many samples are there
can
in
you all
dataset?
provide me the code? I will do some code. आप लोग थोड़े थोड़े
So we
hints
can
देते
write
रहना.
df dot shape.
Right.
df
df
dot
dot
shape
shape. The first question is like how many samples, and df dot shape will give me a tuple. If
So
I want exactly this one,
actually, this is for sample df dot shape
of
0.
0.
0. Right. So this is how. This is just a one basic question of 2 marks, I think. Right. So 2 marks is done if you do this. And then the second question is median house price. All right. So the house price is in this sale price column. Okay. So मैंने आपको reference दे दिया. Now you can
So
tell me how can I get
df
the median?
df df
df
of
dot this
apostrophe
price.
df dot sale
df dot
price,
sale price dot mean.
or I
Okay.
can do in this way as well, right? And after that, how
So
can I
but
calculate median?
dot mean dot median
Dot
Dot
median. And is it a function or
uh,
attribute?
function.
Yeah,
function.
it is a function. So if I run it, I'll get the median. Okay. And by default,
But
uh,
sometimes when
yes.
you were doing df dot sale price,
Mm-hmm.
so sometimes we get error. Means I don't know why, because of its data frame or something else.
See, here we have all the column names are like in a single string value, right? But in our data set, we might get some column names, let's say, like this, sale and space price. Okay, then you can't do this thing. Okay, then you will get an error. Okay, so that's why we use this syntax in
Okay.
square brackets, and we pass the column name as in string. Okay, so this is the normal convention which we do, and that's why I did it. Okay, so
Excuse me?
yes,
Can we do NP dot median as well?
np dot median as well, right? We can do this also, np dot median, and in this I will pass df sale price. Okay, then also I will get the same value. So there is no difference. You can use any. Just that there are some difference in like, let's say in correlation we have various formulas. In variance we either calculate sample or the population variance. So that depends upon the question which they are asking. By default they will take the default argument which is in the function. Okay, so then they are asking, okay, just before doing the questions, आप जो है in your notebook what you can do is just run first these two code blocks. Okay, the first is df.head, then df.columns, then some more code blocks you can run. That is one is df.info. Okay, what it will do is it will list all the columns. And okay, let me toggle it.
Parampreet, can
uh,
you share the dataset link so that we can do simultaneously also?
yes, of
We
course.
can run.
So this is the competition link. What you can do is
In collab we can do.
yeah, anywhere, just simply like either download, join this competition and download data from here. Okay, the training data set I am using, so train.csv, or you in your Kaggle just click on add input, paste the name of the competition and just click on add button like this. Okay, so yes, I was saying like do this function also, df.info. It will list all the columns and what are their specific data types and how many null values, like how many values it contains excluding the null values. Okay, so like id has all the values which are not null, and lot frontage has some null values, so it is written by 1201. Okay, so like there are 250 null values in lot frontage, and similarly for all rest of the columns. And then at the end we also get a summary like how many float, how many integer, and what
Parampreet,
object column do we have. Yes.
sorry to interrupt. Which data you are using?
Okay, as I said, I am
Data
using
underscore
house
description.
prices data set. I have already shared the link.
Yeah, you have shared. Means what is the file name? Sample underscore
No, no,
submission or
no,
data
it is train.csv. I'm using only train.csv. Okay,
train.cs. Okay.
yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So uh, train.csv is the default file which you should use always. Okay, so now let's move on to our third question. It is asking how many houses have 3 or more bathrooms. Okay, so we have like a lot of columns. So first we have to figure out where we have this column name which reference the bathroom. Okay. Can anybody identify where we have this column? Style.
What was the question?
The question is, three or more. How many houses have three or more bathrooms? Okay, so we need to get the bathroom column as well. Uh, okay, is there any bathroom column? Business.
It has bedroom, I think. Bedroom or bathroom?
Okay, we can consider the bedroom. Just like I'll take the question. Okay, that doesn't matter. The main thing is like how to do the question. So yeah. How many houses have three or more bedrooms? So we can use the which column we can use for the bedroom? Okay, let me check again. Yeah,
This
bedroom.
is bedroom.
We have a bedroom column. Okay. This is okay. We don't have. But yeah, पे क्यों mention है? Okay, कुछ गड़बड़ है I think. Um, full bar. Okay, bedroom above ground. Yeah, we have
Kiran sir,
this.
please mute your mic.
Okay, so we have this bedroom above ground column. It basically represents how many bedroom we have. Basically, it is for how many bedrooms we have above the like ground floor. Okay, bedroom. If we check, yeah, number of bedroom above basement level. So yes, we can use this column. Now we want to answer this question. We have to answer this question, which is like how many houses have three or more bedrooms? How can we do so? Like okay, let me give you a hint. We have to create a filter. Okay,
Greater than or equal to
greater than or equal
3.
to 3. Okay,
3.
and anything else should I
Dot
have to
sum.
do?
Dot sum. Bracket close.
Yeah,
Dot
dot
sum.
sum.
So it will give you a number.
Yeah. So 1046 is the answer. Okay, so yes, we can do in this shape, in this manner, or we can either like put it in the df. Okay, then we can extract the shape as well. That also gives us the same answer. See, एक चीज करने के बहुत सारे different ways हो सकते हैं. It's up to you, whichever like you are using. OPP made doesn't matter. In real it matters. Okay. So what is the average price of the top 5 most expensive houses? Okay. So sale price, from the sale price I can get the like house prices. And okay, how can I get top 5 most expensive houses? Anybody knows? This is the question in NPPE 2, right? ऐसा question similar.
We can we sort that?
Okay, sort and set ascending to false, right? Okay.
Yes, we can do
Sort
like this also.
Yeah, sort
We
value.
can say
Underscore. Sort underscore.
Sort underscore value. Yeah, with this way also we can get yes, someone was
we
saying.
can write np dot largest.
Okay, np dot largest, and there df dot sale price.
Yes.
Okay, np has no attribute largest. See, first way is this, right? We can extract first 5 like by sorting them in descending order to get the like highest house prices at top, and then we can extract the first 5 one, right? By doing this slicing. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then second way is just like df dot sale price.
Or
Write this. Okay. extract the value, column values, and then use n largest function. Okay, n largest, n smallest is a function in pandas for series where we have to pass some n value. Okay, where it will return that n largest or n like smallest rows. Okay, so I have passed n largest and I am getting the same value. You can see both the answers are same, right? Both the outputs are same. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Then we have to like find out the average. What we can do is we can simply put it in a bracket and do dot mean, right? And same for here as well, dot mean, and obviously it will take some more time. This is more efficient. So yes, we are getting the same output.
It was not n largest.
Yes, and we also have
See,
like similarly to n largest, we have n smallest, I think. N largest, so we have. I'm not sure. Yeah, n smallest. We have the n smallest as well, which basically gives
if
us
we
the.
not pass any value to n largest,
It will give, I think, by default. Okay, by default also it will give 5. That is good. So default argument is 5. Default, yeah, default n value is 5. Okay. So this is how we can get the n largest and n smallest value. So is this clear?
Yes.
All right. So now let's next. What is the total number of missing or unknown values we have in the garage area feature? Okay, so let me check like garage area where we have.
Parampreet, sorry to disturb you. Can you share the train CSV in group? Actually, I am not able to download it.
Um. Okay. Just a second. So this is the train.csv, right? Just a second, guys. In the MLP group, right?
Yeah, MLP.
Okay. Train.csv. Yeah. Uh, okay, I have shared it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You can check it from there. I think some messages are recorded in this, so sorry for that. Okay, so yeah, garage area is the feature we have. Okay, and here we have to identify how many missing values do we have. So how can we do so?
Dot is NA.
That is a name.
Okay, is NA, then
Dot sum.
dot sum. Okay, if we do so, okay, it is giving 0. So that is all right. हर बारी 0 आंसर नहीं आएगा. It depends on which column we are asking for. Okay. Okay. I have shared the dataset train.csv in my in the group. Okay, in the MLP group. From there you can get it.
Paramjit ji, if I will get 0 value, then shall I have to check for the question mark, spaces,
Yes,
and negative
of
values?
course. So okay. In the info we can see in alley column we have this only 91 actual values, right? See, first whenever you do the df.info now, when you have int or int or float type columns, then आपके पास ना either you will have nan or either you will have values in minus, like -1, -2, or maybe in 0 too sometimes. Okay, like for age we cannot have age as 0, right? Or -1 or -2. So we have to identify those values. And for the objects, we can like we may have unknown or dash or underscore or question mark, something like that, and that we have to identify via looking at each of the column. So let me show you a demo. Let's suppose for the ally column I am checking, and how can I do so? I will use a unique function. Okay, then I will get what null values do I have. So here I have nan as a null value. Okay, it is normally distinguishable, but sometimes if we have question mark or underscore or dash or unknown written, Okay, then also we can identify it via unique function, and we can replace them with the nan. Okay, either nan or null value, and hence we can achieve like how many null values do we have exactly. Okay, so is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, so then the next question is what is the total number of missing values in year build feature? Okay, so let's check the year build feature.
Hello.
Yes.
Uh, in this question, in previous question,
Mhm.
missing value.
Mhm.
If question marks are there, then how to find?
As I told you, use unique function. It will list all the unique values जो we have okay in our specific column, and वहाँ से हम identify कर सकते हैं कि we have question mark, underscore, unknown or something like that. Okay, that sample I will show you in the NPP. Okay, मैंने NPP के solutions में भी although किया था, and I will show you once again. Okay, so we have this year build feature. So what we will do is we will extract the year build values. Now we have to identify how many null values do we have. So this data set is almost pre-processed. Okay, so इसलिए like we have all the values in null or nan. Okay, then we can do sum. So this question is similar to the previous one. So here also we have the zero values. If I look into it once, dot unique, then I will get all these values. So let's suppose हमारे पास एक year build होता -1 या 0, then we can identify it as nan value, right? क्योंकि कब house built हुआ है, it should be in a year, and year is as in like in the range, at least year has some 4 digits, right? So with this way we can identify. This is kind of a anomaly you have to check in the column. Okay, so then it is asking for the central layer feature. So central layer, I'm just checking where we have like, okay, so we have this central layer feature here. Df central layer dot is na dot sum, and again it is giving us the 0.
It is already preprocessed or
Yeah, it is almost pre-processed. Okay, so we have y and n
okay.
only, so
That's
that's
why
why
it
it
is
is
giving
giving 0,
zeros.
right? But for some it has given like some values, like for the ally it gives like if I check, it has nan value, right? So it will give us some number that is 1369 here. Okay, so it is already pre-processed, that's why no need to worry, guys. Okay, so now it is asking how many houses have a garage were built within last 30 years. Okay, so we have to check, okay, how many houses have a garage. So for the garage we can look into the data set, and let me check. For the garage, okay, we
So
have,
garage year built. Garage year built.
yeah, garage year built will be a better, or do we have any other? No, okay, garage year built is a better, right? So garage year built within last 30 years. So we can okay, how can we get the most recent year for the garage year built? Like most recent year, or I can say latest year. How can we get it?
Can we sort or like
Okay, sort,
according to descending?
You can sort in descending or
sort, sort underscore values, and ascending false. All right, then also like okay, मेरे पास यहाँ पे 2010 आ गया. All right, and then I can simply do 0, right? And also I can do the same thing, dot n largest. In fact, I can do the max as well, right? And I can also do n largest 1. So all will give me the same answer. Okay, it is, what is not giving me?
Short values is giving different thing.
Ascending false. So ओके मुझे 378 की वैल्यू चाहिए, नॉट दैट वन. I can use ilog 0. That will give me the 2010. जब मैंने normally 0 लिखा था ना, it is like fetching the 0th index. Okay, so index we have like this. मेरे पास 378 पे 2010 है, right? Or like on these three. Either I can put these three values or either I can do dot ilog of 0. So that will give me the exact answer. Okay, so I can use these three ways. Then we have to check how many houses have a garage and were built in last 30 years. So how can we check that like they are built in last 30 years? Any idea, guys? Okay, so
We can use date time function.
If we say n largest 30, then
no, and largest 30.
I
Okay,
think we can filter like uh,
yeah.
TF of garage build is
Mm-hmm.
less greater than equal to
Mm-hmm.
1984 dot count.
Okay, why 1984 only?
लास्ट 30 इयर्स में तो उतना ही आएगा ना.
2010 से तो लास्ट 30 years हुए 1980, right?
अच्छा 2000 है.
Not even 1980. Yeah, 1980. Sorry. Okay, so n largest 30 के भी I can get. Okay, not. Okay. Sorry, थोड़ी सी confusion है. ये जो है मुझे 30 most values देगा. It won't give me like the values which I need exactly. Okay, so I can't do this. Yeah, we can do the filtering. So मेरे पास most recent year तो ये आया, right? I can put it in a variable in the name of most recent year. Am I right? Then what we can do is
Can you show the question once again?
okay, the question is this: how many houses have a garage and were built within the last 30 years? Okay, so now what I will do is most recent year is this. So the garage year built should be like, okay, most, if
You
I
can
do
do this
most
like
recent
set a
year
condition that
minus 30,
garage years built is okay.
I can do like this now, most recent year minus 30, then I will get this year, and it should like the filter should be something like this: most recent year minus 30, and then I can get the values like which are in this range. Okay, can only compare identically labeled series object. Okay, I have to extract this value.
Or we can use max or mean answer
Yeah,
as well.
we can use max as well. उसमें कोई दिक्कत वाली बात नहीं है. Now if I do so, I will get these values. And okay, now to get the number, what should I do? I have created this filter. How can I get the number of samples mainly?
सबसे आगे df और फिर स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट और फिर एंड में भी उसको एंड करेंगे और फिर लास्ट में डॉट काउंट कर सकते हैं.
Dot value count.
हाँ.
The dot
Value count.
okay, dot echo value counts also, like we can do. Well see, ये तो आपने किया, so you will get the count obviously same होगा count क्योंकि हमने filter कर दिया. और what we can simply do is see, एक तो ये वे ये है कि have this garage year built and then simply check the shape. Okay, 678 I'm getting, and I can extract it like this. Okay, so this is one way. Is this understood, this first way?
Can we use ilog or log in this?
Here how can we use ilog? What is the need?
For getting the top 30 values.
Top 30 values. Okay.
First means the highest to lowest side, top 30 values.
Yeah, okay, we can use this as well. Like, okay. ascending. So we have sorted in this manner, and then wherever like do we have values, I think less than, yeah, similarly again we have to compare it with 1980, right? तभी मेरे पास आएंगे. The same thing I am doing here. So I think this is more better, a more easier way. And जैसा like पहले आप में से किसी ने कहा था, we can use dot sum also, right? Filter पे तो मेरे पास भी same answer आ जाएगा, right? So is this understood, guys?
Can you please explain again, like why we are subtracting 30? Like,
Okay, so the latest year is 2010, right?
yeah, yeah,
I
yes.
want how many houses have like garage built within last 30 years. Okay, if I subtract 30 from it, then I will get 1980. So 1980 के बाद जितने भी garage बने हैं, that are in this range, right? That are built in last 30 years, we can say. Am I right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I have subtracted minus 30, and then either we can do dot sum or then or like shape. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Okay.
So next question is, how many houses have more than 3 floors? Okay. For the floor count, anybody knows the column name? Okay. Floor count. I need the floor count. Okay, let me check it once. More than 3 floors.
There seems to be only 2 floors.
Yeah, there are only 2 floors. So okay, this never mind. You can ignore this question. We can replace this question with some different question as well. Any question, I think we can replace. Okay, we can do this something like this. Number of kitchens. How many kitchens do we have? Or something like houses have more than, let's say, 1 kitchen. Okay. So we have a kitchen column named kitchen. Okay. So by that we can identify. So okay, kitchen नाम का column नहीं है. I think the name is different here.
2 column है.
Yeah. Okay, kitchen above ground. Yeah, we have this kitchen above ground. So kitchen above ground, and then we can get these values, and I will do like one. Let me do value counts first. Okay. So we have to. We need this sum. This choose sum, like how many houses have more than 1 kitchen. Okay. So almost like 1400 houses have 1 kitchen, and few houses have 2 or 3 kitchens. So how can we get this number? Like how can we solve this question? आप मुझे simple ये बता दो. It's a basic filter question. Yes.
There are only small numbers, so we can just add it up in our head.
Sorry.
Should be greater than 2
They are
and
just
some.
small numbers, so we can just add it up in our head. With 67, right?
Okay, मुझे clear नहीं हो रहा. How you are?
वो कह रहे हैं नंबर बहुत छोटे हैं तो हम लोग ऐसे ही.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, हम खुद manually add कर सकते हैं. But I have shown you through value counts कि what are the numbers. So let's suppose value counts हम use नहीं करते हैं तो like mainly these questions in data pre-processing are of filtering. Okay, so filtering के base पे if you can do, that will be more better. So df, I can apply this filter, right? And either I can do dot sum, or I can either do df, and I can just simply copy paste this filter here and do dot shape of 0. So is this clear, guys? This is a very basic question. Okay.
Yes.
So next we have okay, similar question we have in NPP, right? We have to create a category column based on the house price. So we have the sale price column, which is the house price. Right. Yes.
For that garage question, I am getting answer as 693
Sorry, which question?
for that garage one. Garage build, yeah.
678 is like right. What answer you are getting?
678 is 693.
693. Are you excluding the nan values?
Sorry?
Are you excluding nan values? We have nan values too, I think. Yeah, we have nan
Sorry.
values, right?
Okay, okay. That we have to exclude.
Yeah, you have to exclude. And just remember one thing. काफी लोगों ने मैंने देखा था in the NPP we have this statement as well, right? For this question, ignore the rows that have missing values, either in garage or air build feature, something like that. So ignore means you have to exclude those nan values. Okay, that doesn't mean कि you have, let's say 50 rows जिसमें nan values नहीं है and they are like fulfilling the condition and so मान लो अगर हमारे पास 5 nan values हैं out of 50 samples, so we have to exclude that 5 nan values as well. Okay, so answer will be 45, not 50. So इसका थोड़ा ध्यान रखना. So
I don't understand. Can you speak in English or can you talk slowly in
In
Hindi?
your code, you have not excluded anywhere.
yeah, I have
Pandit.
not excluded because by default it will do no. df.garage here build greater than this, it won't
Okay, it will do by
include the nan
default.
values. Like this filter, obviously it will exclude the nan values now. So that's why. You can even see the data. If I check garage here build dot unique, then I will get these values. There are no nan values, you can see, right? After applying this filter.
By default, it will exclude.
Yes.
Otherwise,
By default it will exclude. But like if you have -2 or -1 value, something like that, then आपको थोड़ा ध्यान रखना है क्योंकि that are also missing value. Okay, so I would even suggest कि आप सबसे पहले जब भी आपको जैसे data set मिला ना, figure out different kinds of nan values, like using okay, let me write here. Figure out the nan values via like this, either np.nan होगा और -1 -2 something like this नेगेटिव वैल्यूज होंगी, और हमारे पास ऐसी वैल्यूज भी हो सकती हैं, लेट्स से अननोन. ओके, और लेट्स से सिंगल डैश और अंडरस्कोर, और in fact we may have something like missing, or we may have question mark. Okay, so ऐसे we can have various kinds of nan values. You have to figure out by yourself by looking at the data and various columns. You can check by a unique function. Okay, जो मैंने यहाँ पे ऊपर यूज किया काफी बारी, this unique function. Okay, so just you have to do all this. Okay, so now let's move on. We have to create a category column based on this preference. Okay, so you guys tell me, how can I do so? How you did? Anybody? Anyone knows?
What is the question?
We have to create a category column. Okay, category 1 2 3 4 5 based on the sale price column. This is the condition there.
We can create the function, right?
Yes, we can create a function.
And use if-else statements.
Yes, in the function, let me
I'm
create a
using
function.
without creating.
Get category. I will take a house price. Okay, price, and I will use if-else
This was in NPP, I think.
sorry.
This was in NPP, I think, right? Same type.
What?
यहीं से दिया था उन्होंने.
Okay.
Okay. Just a second.
सारे questions एक जैसे हैं.
Yeah. क्योंकि मैंने same way में बनाया, but this one we have like different questions. Obviously क्योंकि same ही आएंगे. So okay. So it will be in the dollar. Okay. So the range is something like this. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let's use this. This is lakh. Okay, not 10 lakh. This is in 1 lakh. dollars we can say. Okay, you win the name Alex.
Manjeet? No. I have done this in NPPE. So can we means it was okay. Means when I run the code
Okay,
while solving the NPP.
let me
So
check.
that's why I said that what actually it is doing for
uh
every.
pd.cut sale price. Okay, you are pinning it up. All right. 1 2 3. Okay, this is also one another good way. This is like not any different way, something like that. ये भी एक
What is
basic.
np.ins?
Sorry, it's infinity. It is representing infinity, right?
Oh.
So any value greater than the 40, like that will come under the np.inf. These are basically representing the maximum value we can have in each bin. Okay. So okay, let's do a very easier way, which is this. If price is less than this, then the category will be category 1. Okay. Elif prices. Okay. Elif price is greater than 1 lakh, greater than or equal to 1 lakh, and less than 20 lakh. Then category would be 2. So let me copy paste this for the rest.
Let's do a while loop.
Sorry.
While loop. Let's do while loop.
While
Just
loop. We don't need a loop. Like मैं एक एक प्राइस के लिए I will check ना. I will apply. We can use apply function or map function, and we can do the same.
okay.
Category 4, and if it is not satisfying any of the condition, that means the category is 5. Okay. So this is how we can create a function. Okay. Now how can I apply this function on this sale price? Anybody? Guys, it would be better like if you be interactive, because मुझे तो already
Yes, you can
पता है.
apply, I think.
Okay. Yeah, using apply function, I just have to pass this function name. Okay.
Get category.
Get
Yes.
category, and okay, let me run this function. Okay, sorry, यहाँ पे name get category. Yeah. Now if I run this, you can see I'm getting these many different values, and okay, let me check. Is there any? Okay, so we have only 2 types of values here. Let me check the sale
You have
price
written
one.
like 1 0 less in, like it's not 2 lakh, it's 20,000, 30,000, 40,000.
Okay. Yeah. You are right. Now it is good, I think. Yeah. Now let me run this. Yeah, so we are getting various categories here. Okay. df.apply, and we are getting various categories. We can check via value counts. And now how can I create a new column named category? Anybody?
DF category.
Okay, Abhishek, can you turn off your mic? Okay, df cat. Yeah,
DF category is equals to DF, that
yes. Just
price,
simply this. We have to
sale
do
price.
this one only. And if I check my df now, data frame, it is having another column which is category. All right. So this is how we will do.
Can
And
we
Mhm.
can we call
It is wrong,
it
right?
like the
Wrong.
Can you scroll up, Ramjit?
Okay.
Check the first row.
What do you mean first row? Um,
We need category 4 if it is between 3 lakh and 4 lakh, right? It
okay.
is
Yes.
so
You are right. Check. Am I putting same number of zeros? 5. Range तो same है. We have like 6-digit number here too, so क्या गड़बड़ हो सकती है? What do you guys think? This is obviously lesser than 3,000, no?
3 lakhs.
Oh yeah, sorry, 3 lakhs. So this is obviously lesser. And this,
Can you use else statement after the last alif?
okay. Else, but that doesn't like do the effect. Okay. We have this price, right? So the condition is right. Okay, it is giving me false. All right. It is giving us false. 2000 less. Price should be greater than. Okay. इसके कारण we are getting this. Yeah. It should be less than or
उल्टा
equal.
सिंबल लगा दिया रहेगा.
Yeah. गलत सिंबल लग गया. Oh, बहुत ही noob mistake. I can also do these kinds of mistakes. Now if we check, अब हमारे पास सही आया. Thanks जीत कुमार, आपने correct कर दिया. Okay, so now it is corrected. All right. So now let's move on to this question. Can you all read this?
I just have a small doubt.
Yes.
In the previous question,
Mm-hmm.
in Aleph statement, we can also write like that, na? Aleph price is less than 2 lakh, because if it is less than 1 lakh, then it will go only in the first if statement, right?
We can do this also.
Okay.
also. कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. It is like I'm just using another way. We can do in any way. That doesn't matter. All right.
Okay.
So okay, so now it is saying apply pre-processing, divide the data into training and test set. So okay, so we first it has like there it is written replace the unknown kind of values with np.9. Let's say this first step is already done. Okay, we have the almost the pre-processed data set. Now we have to like split the data set into training and test set. Okay, so it is saying keep 30% data as test set and random state as 0. So do you guys know how can we split the data into training and test?
Yeah, first we put all the training data in X variable and the label in Y.
Okay, and how can
It's
I?
important.
We can use ilog function df.ilog.
Okay, just before doing that, I will remove this category column. Okay, because it will lead to the data leakage as well, and we have created this as of now. So drop columns category. And
how will it cause data leakage?
Category is representing kind of like if the category is higher, then the price is higher, right? If the category is low, category is 1, then the price is lower. So we will get some kind of idea, right?
Okay.
That's why. Okay, now I am dropping the column. Okay, now tell me how can I get all the columns? So we have this data frame. If I do df, okay, x equals df, then I have to
df.ilog
ilog
and the brackets and then a colon.
Okay.
Comma, then again colon, -1.
All right. This is
so it will take all the rows except all the rows except the last column.
Okay. So here we have the sale price in last column. Let's suppose here price in some in between. How can we check then?
We can use drop.
Okay. Drop. How drop?
Like we can give the name of the column of that.
We can just give the name of the column sale price. Okay.
If you don't write column also, I have checked df.drop in bracket the column name only. Means if you remove columns equals to and axis equals to 1, then also it will repeat.
Yes, then also it will remove. There are, as I said, there are multiple ways. We can either set columns equals, or we can either pass the column name directly and set axis equals 1. Okay, then if we want only sale price, how can I get it? Obviously there are
DF of
various ways.
sale price.
Yeah, simple way is this. Okay, then after that let's look into our x ones. Okay, these are some general practice which you should also do. Okay, now okay, so now I have to split the dataset into 17 to 30 ratio. How can I do so with this random state at 0? Anybody?
X train,
Test
comma
Sklearn like
Yes.
X test.
test
We have to call the library first.
model
Sklearn.
selection.
Train
Model.
test split.
Yeah. So we have to use train test split function, which is in sklearn.model selection library API. Okay, sklearn.model selection. We will first import it. Import train test split. All right. So I have imported it. Now I will create a new cell, and there I will simply like, okay, so train test split first returns the x kind of data, the first data which we have passed, like we pass by default the x, and then it will give us y. Okay, so first it will give us y x train, then x test, then y train, then y test. Okay, and now you can you guys tell me the further
X
code.
comma Y.
X comma y,
Then random.
Test size.
Then test
Yeah,
size.
test size.
Then
okay,
random.
test
Then
size.
random state.
Test size is 30 or 30% or how?
0.3.
0.3. Yeah,
0.3.
it should be in the ratio, right? And then random state is 0.
0.
All right, or I can either like do something like this: train size is 0.7. Am I right? Like,
Yeah.
Paramjit,
Yeah, sure.
sorry, I have a doubt. Can you go little bit up
yes.
the previous here? So here X is data frame, but
uh,
if you see Y is not data frame now, we
yes.
have to convert it into data frame, or is it fine to
No. Y is a
apply test?
single column,
Yes,
right? हम एक
yes,
single
yes.
column पे कर रहे हैं, so it doesn't matter. See, at the end after pre-processing,
हाँ,
ये सारा ना array में ही convert होता है, ठीक है? So that
ओके.
doesn't matter.
तो उसमें मतलब ऐसे सिंगल ब्रैकेट की जगह डीएफ डबल ब्रैकेट लगाएंगे वाई में, तो वो भी डेटा फ्रेम बन जाएगा. तो टेस्ट ट्रेन में स्प्लिट करने के लिए वैसे डबल ब्रैकेट लगा के करना चाहिए, या इज इट
No,
ओके?
we just need this as a series, okay, not a column.
अच्छा,
So हम ऐसे
ठीक
directly कर सकते हैं.
ठीक है.
All right. So this way, or I can do this. Test size as 0.3. Both are fine. Okay. So there is no difference. Both are fine.
Can you please explain like little bit about random state? Like
Okay.
basically in some of the collabs, like there is 7 random state is equal to 7. What does it affect?
Okay. There are not only 7 random states. There are, I think, 47 something random states. One of my friend did like research, a little bit research on random state a few years ago, and he explained it in a very in a very good manner in a article. I will share the article link as well. So there are like various random states basically represents the shuffling of the data set. Okay, if we do the sampling, if we pick any sample randomly, so we are setting random state as some constant value. So doesn't matter how many times we will run this function. Okay, if we have the random state as the same value, same constant value, then हमारे पास same data ही आएगा. Okay, so that's why we set random state value. And random states, it just like we have a algorithm. See, generally in an environment, if we do like, we can say something has happened randomly or something, but in computer we cannot do that. But in computers we have various parameters like CPU time, GPU time, memory space or something like that, and based on that we create a algorithm, and based on that एक random value निकलती है. Okay, so
Okay.
that is
Like my main question was like in which way it is affecting, like ये कैसे affect कर रहा है अगर हम
Yeah.
7 कर दे यहाँ पे random state like
Okay, let
0
me
की
show
जगह.
you that. So if I check extend.hide, okay.
Okay.
Now you can see the first is 683 ID, then next is 961. Okay, just remember this as of now.
Yes.
Now if I set random state to 1, you can see the IDs are different, right?
Yeah.
Now if I
Okay.
set random state to 7, then again IDs are different. Okay, if I set
Okay.
random state to any big number 1 2 3, then again IDs are different. So that's why
If we
now if we set 0, doesn't matter how many times we call this function, we will get the same values at like in same order. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I have a question here.
Yes.
If we will set 0 here
Mm-hmm.
and run, then if we like you have run, then if we set again random state as different like 2 3 4 5, then
Mm-hmm.
if we again set it to 0, will it reflect the same number जो एकदम starting में मिला था?
Yes, अगर आप 0 ही
Okay,
करोगे बाद में भी, then also you will get the 0.
got it, got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So like general thing I do is like after splitting, I just simply check the shape, okay, of both test and training data. So उससे मुझे samples पता चल जाते हैं. All right. Now the question is, what is the number of samples in training set? How can I get this 1021, which is in this shape?
You can.
Extend dot shape of 0.
Shape 0.
Very basic answer. We just have to do the splitting. Okay. Now, okay. So this is one more apply pre-processing. Drop category
Excuse
column.
me?
Yes.
Just a minute. Could you show the extraction of X and Y?
Okay.
Just a second. All right. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So next we have this like apply pre-processing steps. We can ignore the first step. We have already dropped the category column, right? Now there are some like 12 other steps. It is again it is similar to the NPP. Don't worry. जो second part है उसमें we will have different, so we have various different kinds of values, so it is just for your practice. Okay. Now here it is written like we are using min max scaling. If you see, we are imputing the values with mean median, and we are also using one hot encoding. So let's first import these classes. Okay. Now you guys tell me like how can I import the min max scaler?
I have
Sklearn
one
dot
more doubt
preprocessing.
in the previous step.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, like you have mentioned random state 0 in your code, right?
Mm-hmm.
So मेरे system में मैं 0 डाल के चला रहा हूँ, so I am getting different IDs. So
Okay, that is like आपके जो IDs होंगी ना, the number will be same but they will be shuffled. Okay, if we set like kind of shuffle equals something, let's say true. Okay, by default the shuffle is true if I'm not wrong. Yeah, if we set shuffle to false, then अगर हम करें then obviously we will get different values. Let me show you. I did here exchange. If we check, so I'm getting in the like in the range of 1 2 3 and so on. And अगर हम shuffle नहीं करते then हमारे पास different values आएंगी. Like if we see extend, then this will be shuffled up. So आप एक बारी shuffle equals false करो, आपको जो है ऐसे values मिल जाएंगी. That is simply shuffling. Okay, shuffle doesn't matter much.
okay,
So yes.
I'm getting x dot x test shape 438 comma 80 and 1022 in extreme. I don't know.
Have you set like this 0.7?
I have mentioned test size 0.3.
Okay, let me check here also. It's just dot shape. I think एक sample का difference हो सकता है. Okay, x and
You have to
y.
put train x underscore
Yeah,
train.
x straight. All right. So yes, एक sample का difference पड़ रहा है. All right, guys. थोड़ा सा difference पड़ रहा है. So it's better if we use this one. Okay. we can see like एक sample इधर उधर हो रहा है, right? So all right, now let's move forward. Let's only take that test size equals 0.5. That would be better. Okay, let's go with the question itself. Okay. Now if we see, this is the shape. Now we have to import min-max scalar. We have to import the imputer and the one-hot encoder as well. So you guys tell me, how can I do so? Like first, how can I import the min-max scalar?
Sklearn.preprocessing.
Yeah, preprocessing import min-max scalar. Okay, then in again, okay, in the preprocessing itself, we have the one-hot encoder. All right. Then for the imputer,
Sklearn.impute.
yeah, this is basically practice से पता चलेगा. Even if I stop doing all this for let's say a month, then मैं भी भूल जाऊंगा कि imputer किसमें था and min-max scalar one-hot encoder किसमें था. So that's why they are giving us that reference guide also.
Can you like एक बार वो train test split वाला कोड दिखाना फिर से? Like I was trying in my system and it's saying y is not defined.
You have not defined y here. That means.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, we have imported these. Yes.
एक डाउट है, ये जो ट्रेंड टेस्ट स्प्लिट जो हम अप्लाई करते हैं, ये नल वैल्यू फिल करने के बाद हम अप्लाई करें, इज इट नेसेसरी?
नो, पहले हम स्प्लिट करते हैं डेटा सेट को, देन उसके बाद हम नल वैल्यूज इंप्यूट करते हैं. ओके, बेस्ड ऑन द ट्रेनिंग डेटा सेट वी फाइंड द नल वैल्यू. Okay, so now let's move forward and let's apply these kind of scaling. Okay, so बहुत सारे पे you can see we are doing this like min-max scaling and all the things. Okay, can I do this in a pipeline or simply in a column transformer? That would be better, right?
Yes, column transformer or pipeline.
Yeah, so let me import both of them. So from sklearn.pipeline, I'm importing the pipeline, and from sklearn.compose, I'm importing column transformer. All right, now ये हो गया. I will simply create a transformer named column transformer named transformer. Then इसमें I will simply call it. I will create an empty list and वो list को I will initialize here. Then मैंने जैसे आपको बताया था, for each of the transformation we need to create a tuple and first we have to name it. So okay, min max scaling हम बहुत सारे columns पे कर रहे हैं, right? So let me simply write min max scalar, okay, as the name of this transformer, and let me pass the min max scalar class here. And now I want these columns, so I'll simply like pass a list of columns here. That would be better. Okay, first is ms subclass, then lot area, then okay, बहुत सारे columns हैं. Let's say we only take 2-3, not much, so that will be much better. Lot area, air built.
I have one basic doubt, like it's very basic, I think. Here, like we are making pipeline.
Right.
So, like what we are doing, like can you give some overview, like
okay,
this pipeline?
I'm doing all this pre-processing in one step. Okay, so I don't have to do for each column. I don't have to create a min-max scalar and all the things. Using this column transformer and pipeline, it will do everything. Okay, at once. Okay, so
I was doing OPPE 1. I was repeating that one. So there was 2 features, date and year.
Okay.
So we have as per the question, we have to drop the date.
Okay.
But there was an year column, and when I was including the year in min max, it was giving error. So thereafter, I did pd.to date time year.
Yes.
After that, also it was giving.
Right. See,
Means
you need all the data in numerical values. Okay. इवन इफ जो आपने ईयर निकाला ना, डैट उसका डेटा टाइप जो है वो नंबर्स में नहीं है, इट इज इन लाइक डेट टाइम ऑब्जेक्ट है. ओके, इट इज नॉट इंटीजर और नंबर. ओके, so that's why. Let's suppose I have added all the columns for the min max scaling. Then let's do for the this one. Okay, lot frontage, we have to impute median values, then do the min max scaling. Okay, that is something interesting. So let me copy this once, that would be better. So we have to do all these things. So first let me write lot frontage, which is the column itself. Then I will create a pipeline here because I need to do two steps. First is the imputation and second is the scaling. And in the pipeline again, I will create a list and I will define each of the step. The first step is imputation, so I will write imputer. Okay, then simple imputer, and I will set strategy to median. All right. Then second step is min max scaling. Okay, so min max scalar and min max scalar, and this is it. So this is the pipeline I have created, and it is under the, it is basically representing the same thing, that we are doing two things at a time for this same column. And I will write the column name here as well. It is lot lot frontage, and the same thing I will do for the other as well, that is overall quality column. Here the strategy is mean, which is default strategy. All right. So then central layer impute with most frequent value, then one hot encode. This is something different. So let's see. I'm copying it. Okay. So let's check. The column name is central air. I'm just naming. The first thing I am doing is naming. Okay. Here I am passing a list as a column. Okay, the columns in a list. Then I have to impute with most frequent. So most frequent and one hot encoding we are doing. One hot encoder, not the scalar encoder. So that's it. Now if we look into our transformer, this is our transformer. All right. For the rest of the columns, what I will do is I'll simply pass this parameter remainder pass through. Okay, so
what that thing does?
Yeah, I am doing this transformation on few columns, right, out of all the columns. So if I want all the rest of the columns as well, then I will add this parameter. Okay, I will show you how it works. Okay, so earlier if you see in xtrain dot shape, we have 80 columns. Am I right? We have 80 columns, and we have defined like for 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have only defined transformations for 5 columns. Now if I apply this transformation like transformer dot fit underscore transform on xtrain, it will give me this data set. Now if I check the shape, okay, you can see I am getting 6 columns only. Why 6 column? For this like one hot encoding, and rest these 5 columns, 4 columns. All right, but I want these 80 rest of the 5 columns as well, right? So that's why I'm passing that remainder pass through. Okay, and now if I run it, you can see I'm getting 81 columns. Okay, so that's why we do this remainder pass through. And there is also one more parameter, like by default we are getting the values in array, numpy array, we can also get the values in, let's say, pandas data frame. Okay. There are like various parameters for this. We are not sure about the parameter here. Yeah, we can do that also. I think in the
I
final.
have one question here.
Yes.
Can you show us the difference between fit transform and fit transform?
Okay, I have explained it, I guess, 10 to 12 times in my session. Let me just write you a glimpse. So fit basically compute the values. Okay. Then transform will basically replace you can say replace missing values with transform values. Let's take the example of like simple imputer with mean strategy. Okay, fit will basically compute the mean values, and transform will replace missing values with mean value, or you can say computed values, using the fit function. And fit transform basically do the fit and transform together. Okay, so this is how it works.
Okay, can we do this in this example?
Yeah, okay. So normally if I do the fit, I won't get any output. I will get the original transformer back. Okay. Now if I have to transform this data set, I have already called the fit one. So I have to call, either I have to call this transform, okay, or I have to call fit underscore transform. I can only call fit underscore transform on training data, okay, because based on the training data we compute the values. And then for the test set, I will simply call transformer dot transform xtest. All right, so this is how it is working.
Okay, thank you.
Rest you can watch my session. Like I have explained it.
Ranjit, could you go up?
Okay, sure.
I want to see pipeline code.
Okay, where you have the tool?
Okay. Actually, when we are using pipeline and scaling both, so I was looking for the structure actually. So after pipeline, in the same bracket we have to use scalars or one-hot coders.
See, inside the pipeline I'm passing the imputer and scalar. Okay. So
Yes.
if we have multiple
Got it.
steps to do in the same column, then we can create a pipeline inside the column transformer. I have already explained it. Like for the pipelines, you can check this session number 8, linear regression and model pipeline. I have explained it in very detailed manner. And for the fit and fit transform, I have explained in both session 6 and session 7, as well as in quiz 1 and OPPE 1 revision session. Okay, and this is my playlist.
Okay.
You can check these sessions like for the detailed answer. So
in session 8 you have explained this
fit
pipeline.
No. Okay.
Like I want to
yeah, for the pipelines, I have
Yeah.
explained it in session number 8, and for the fit and fit transform, I have explained in session 6 and 7. Okay, and name is basically explaining, the title is explaining what I have done in the stuff. So in the model pipeline, I have explained it in like using various example and in detailed manner. So you can check them out. All right, so we have all these columns now. Now it is asking what is the mean of the transform test data. Okay, the same question we had earlier. Also, like one more thing, we have these columns as well, like the categorical columns. Okay, so you can also encode these categorical columns as well. Okay, in any manner. I'm just skipping this question as of now. You can simply like transform the dataset and calculate the mean directly. That is a very simple way. All right. So now let's move on to the model building stuff.
Rampit, do you have any material to learn this pipeline and transformers? Any link or something?
Okay. Not any specific link. Okay. If I go to kaggle.com/learn and completed intermediate, yeah. So I think, yeah, this third chapter you can check this course out. Okay. In this course, the
Okay.
third chapter, categorical variables in intermediate machine learning. This is free. You can check, enroll in this course and check the tutorial. They also have the same tutorial as I have. I don't have any like separate resource for this.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So now let's move on to the model building. Let's assume we are using the same original data set, okay, which is the DF. So now let's first do this thing. Okay, it is saying use train test split to split the data set into 70-30 ratio with random state equal to 42. Okay, can anybody tell me the code like in fast manner? Like how can I split the data set, the DF, into that X-train and X-test?
Simply, we have to write X train, X
Right.
test, Y train test split.
Yeah.
X Y equals to train test split, and pass the values X comma Y comma random size is
42.
random state is 42 and test size is 0.3.
Right. And X-train dot shape and X-test dot shape. So this is the data again. Okay. Now we have to do this also. But it is saying train the ridge model based on these parameters and evaluate the R2 score on test set. Okay, I know बहुत सारे columns हैं. Let's assume we are only using the let's take only the numerical columns. All right, like we have various columns. Let's only take the numerical data. So select data X and exclude object. So let's only take only numerical columns as of now.
So we have to use X underscore train, right?
Right. Also, like I will drop. Okay, let me do it in the DF directly. Okay, this is the DF, and I am also dropping the rows as well. Drop NA. I'm dropping the null values as well. Let's assume we have already handled the null values. Okay. So this is the pre-processed data set, we can say, and this is my original DF now. Now let's extract the X and Y value, which is this DF dot drop column sale price YDF sale price. Okay.
Why we are dropping this NA?
We don't need to handle those null values now, so that's why I'm just dropping it as of now. Okay, this is for the model building stuff, so that's why I'm doing this. You can even handle them, but I'm not handling it as of now because like we have already done the same thing. Yeah. Okay, so now we have this data set. Okay, now let's move forward. It is saying train the ridge model. So anybody tell me how can I import the ridge model?
It's from Sklearn dot linear underscore model.
Yeah, linear underscore model import
Import ridge.
All right, so I have imported the ridge model. Now let me create my ridge model. Ridge underscore model is ridge, and I have to pass these specified values: alpha 10, solver saga, and tolerance and random state. So let's go by solver as a saga, and tolerance you can see by default it is 1e minus 4, which is same as this, and random state we can set. Okay, you can even set the tolerance also explicitly, but no need to, we don't need to set here, so yes, we can ignore that. So what I will do is ridge model dot fit X-train Y train.
Somewhere I have seen that these we are These alpha random state and solver we are using in column transformer also.
Okay, not in the column transformer, in pipeline we use. Okay, in pipeline we use like while scaling and all. I will show you. We have these questions as well. Here we will do this. Okay, we have various questions.
Okay.
All right, so okay, so I have trained the model. You can ignore this warning as always. Now we have to calculate the R2 score. Can anybody tell me how can I calculate the R2 score?
First import the R2 score.
Okay, how? See, all the scores are in metrics library. Okay, we will simply write from sklearn.metrics and R2 underscore score, and this will easily import the R2 score. What I can do is let's take the predictions. So ypred I will write ypreds, and I will do rich model dot predict. I will first calculate the predictions. All right, so I have all the predictions in ypred. Now for the R2 score, okay, how can I calculate the score now?
R2 score is equals to R2 score
Y test
in
and Y predict.
Y
Yeah,
test comma Y pred.
right. Okay, ypreds, not ypred. Yeah, so I'm getting this R2 score. Also I can use by default the rich model dot score as well, because all the linear models by default calculate the R2 score except the SGD regression. I think that also calculates R2 score. So if I do R2 ridge model dot score, here I just have to pass the data set only and the actual values. Okay, that will automatically predict and calculate the score. You can see both answers are same. Okay, the same thing I have done in the NPP notebooks as well. So yes.
So you're saying that ridge model will output the R2 score?
Yes. All the linear models return
Any model,
use
I think.
all the linear models. All the models inside this linear underscore model library uses R2 score. Okay, under this score function. Okay,
Why we are not using fit and transform both in rich?
we have already, like I'm using the filtered data set now, so that's why we are not using any fit transformer. I think you are confused, so just hold on until we go to the further questions. You will like आपको clarity मिल जाएगी. Okay, don't worry. Okay, this is the similar question we had in NPP. How can we identify the most important and least important feature? And इस पे बहुत सारे विवाद भी हुए थे. But simply we will take the we will check the coefficients and we will absolute them. Okay, np.abs, we will take this absolute value, and the most important feature will be whichever has the highest absolute value, like we can simply call the max function. And or okay, I need the index, so I will do argmax. Okay, that will give me the index. All right, so this is how we can get for the most
It's
important.
start from 0, right?
Yes.
And the highest one after the mode.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
There is no meaning of negative and positive.
Right. Because we are taking the absolute value.
Okay.
Okay. Now for the least important feature, we will do the opposite, which is argmin. Okay. So these are the, we can say, most important and least important features. Okay. And यहाँ पे एक चीज लिखी है, ignore the intercept. See, intercepts are not included in coefficients. Coefficients are weights. For the intercept, intercept is a single value that you can get via this intercept underscore. Okay, that is different from this coefficient, that is not included in the coefficient. So
intercept used for bias?
Yes, intercept is the bias. Okay.
Paramjit ji, sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
I'm doing parallelly coding. So when I am using read underscore model dot fit x train comma y train, I am getting error could not convert string to float.
Because I have selected only the numerical columns. Na? You have to select the numerical columns. I've already like let's say I'm using the filtered data set as of now. Okay, so here I am using the filtered data set only. I'm dropping the null value rows, and I'm only taking the
I did that one also. I did that.
Okay. Then okay, let me set it to not to, yeah. Okay, let me import the data once again. Okay, so there might be some issue in your code. Just check it once. Okay.
It is saying could not convert a string to float, and RL, capital RL, it is showing.
Yeah, that is taking some columns now. For that is taking some string columns. You have to exclude the columns. Maybe you are not. You have to in the x and y also you have to use the updated data set the same way I'm using here. Okay, so that you have to keep it in mind.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so now we have these coefficients as well, and okay, now use this one. This
Yeah,
is
Param.
Yes.
Also, someone in NPP is not zero like intercept. I think the question was, and answer is zero. It's about intercept or
Sorry,
index.
what is the question?
In our NPPE,
Mm-hmm.
was answer was one of the question is zero. I think intercept or maybe.
No,
And
no.
someone saying zero is not possible. That's
Okay,
the
I
doubt.
don't know. Can
It's
you tell
like
me which question? It would be
okay,
better.
okay. I will call back.
Okay,
Okay,
so
continue.
now we have another question. This is like build upon the previous one. It is hyperparameter tuning with the cross validation. Okay.
Param,
Yes.
can you tell us more difference between that coefficient and that intercept?
Okay, coefficients are weights. Okay, simple thing. All the linear models based upon the linear regression. Okay. And if I show you the equation of linear regression, the equation is this. F of x equals W transpose x plus b. Okay, so this is the equation wx plus b, x plus b, and here w is the w are the weights, which are the coefficients. Okay, we can call them as weights, we can call them as coefficients, or we can even call them as various slopes, or you can say derivatives in fact. So by default we use them like this, or and this b we have, this is the bias intercept. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So okay, now let's move forward to this. So we have to use SGD regressor with grid search CV. Now you guys tell me, how can I import the SGD regressor?
Linear underscore model itself.
Yeah, from linear underscore model I will do SGD regressor. And how can I import this grid search CV?
Model selection.
Yeah.
Model underscore selection.
Yes, model selection, and I will simply write grid search CV, and here it is. I have imported. Now I have to define these parameters also. Let me create a params dictionary, and I will define these parameters here. Penalty L1, L2, alpha as like, okay, let me copy this directly. That would be better, right? Instead of writing. So these are the alpha values, and then we have some tolerance values as well. So we have these three hyperparameters. This cross validation 5 and scoring is, they are not hyperparameters. They are for the grid search CV. Okay, for the evaluation and do the cross validation. So I will create a model SGD CV model. Okay, and I will create grid search CV, in fact not the model, that is okay. SGD CV model. Okay, now you guys tell me, how can I do the cross validation here?
Model estimator as SGD regressor, comma.
Should I write it exactly or should I call it?
Exactly, because you didn't put it in variable.
Okay. Then params. Okay. Also, like, I need the cross validation as 5 and this scoring.
Yes, CV equals to 5.
Yeah, that is CV equals 5. And then we have the scoring parameter, which is negative mean absolute error. So yes, okay. Now what I have to do?
We have to fit
the model.
Right. We have to fit the model. Fit the data
Paramji,
on the model.
Earlier when I was using this scoring equals to negative mean absolute error, and in spite of defining this mean absolute error in Sklearn.metrics, I was getting error.
What's the error? Okay, I will show you. Don't worry.
Means this negative mean absolute error is not defined. Something like that.
You made like you might have made a like typo in the string. So I would prefer just simply copy paste the line, that is better. Okay, so
we have to fit the training data again after doing this as GDCV model.
No. If we fit on it, we will by default it will fit on the best model as well. Okay, and it will, when we do the predictions, it will do the predictions on the best model which is computed. Okay. So
we will use it on test data too.
No. Test data पे हमें fit नहीं करना, हमें train data पे करना. Okay, so should I run it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will get the error, of course, because it is saying cannot clone object. You should provide an instance. I have provided the class director, so that's why I said I have to call it. Okay. Also, like I have to set the random state for this, right? So random state 42. Either I can do this, okay, or I can do something like this, like SGD model equals, let me replace this from here, and I will pass the estimator. Okay, no difference in both of them.
Yes.
Okay. Param, can you explain the second line of this code?
Okay,
yes,
in the grid search CV, first I will pass the estimator, the ML model, based on which what model it should do the training. Okay.
Yeah, this one, right? And after
Then
that,
the parameters, like these are the hyper parameters. Based on these parameters, for each key value pair, it will find the best parameter for each key. Like for the penalty, any of the one from the two, from in alpha, any one from these, and same for the tolerance. And then the CV 5 means 5 times we will do the cross validation. Then we have the scoring is based on we need a loss function, as I told you, right? So by default the scoring is R2 score, so we can set a custom scoring metric as well. So it is mean absolute error, but scoring takes all the metrics in negative. Okay, so that's why we have to add a prefix which is neg underscore. Okay, so
okay,
is this
if
clear?
I don't, yeah, Param, अगर मैं सेकंड लाइन को कंसीडर नहीं करता हूँ तो तब हाइपर ट्यूनिंग नहीं होगी, राइट? देन ऑल बाकी तो चीजें मतलब डन हो जाएगी, व्हाटएवर आर स्कोर निकालना है मुझे, जो भी निकालना, तो इट इज सेकंड लाइन फॉर हाइपर ट्यूनिंग, राइट?
Hyper parameter tuning, right? Okay, so it is asking what is the best penalty. All right, so I have fitted the model. Now to get the best parameters, I have passed a dictionary of parameters. How can I get the best parameters?
SGD CV model dot best estimators.
Okay.
So we will get list actually.
Okay.
Best params.
Sorry. SGD CV model, then
dot best Params.
Okay, best params and underscore also. Okay.
Yes.
So it will give us a dictionary, all right, of the best parameter. So here you can see the best penalty is L2. I have passed two penalties L1 and L2, and the best is L2. It is like computing based on the score. So if I check the model dot scores, I think, yeah. Okay, best score. So best score is this, and like obviously this is the best score. And if I check this, so this is my estimator, and it is like checking which parameters are best fitting on this model. With the help of cross validation, it is evaluating the score, all right, and then based on that model we will get the best parameters as well. To get the penalty, what should I do? Like only the L2.
Best score.
Best estimator.
Okay, what best
estimator.
Estimator.
Best for penalty.
Then
penalty.
Sorry, can you repeat once again?
Penalty.
Okay, dot penalty. Yeah, we can also do this way, or we can do one more way, which is this. Like this is a dictionary, right? Best params. I will simply pass on the key, which is penalty, and it will give me the same answer.
Yes.
Okay, so both are same. We get the penalty as L2. Okay, so L2 is the best penalty. So now let's move forward to the next question. And here comes the pipeline one, where we will do the fit and fit transform as well. Okay, so it is saying, okay, we have a question. Okay, this question is separate. What will be the value of mean absolute error on test set? How can we compute so? Like on this
First
model.
we run the first we import the mean square error.
Okay, mean absolute error from Sklearn.metrics. Import mean absolute error. Then
we fit.
We do the predictions, right? On the XGIST, and then I got
just
my
like
prediction.
how we find the R2 score. In the similar way, we have to find
yes, we
this.
can do the similar way because we are passing this scoring parameter. I will show you. Okay, I will prove it too. So mean absolute error, y true, then y preds.
Y test.
Y test, yeah. Y test, y preds. And if I simply do this also, CDCV model dot score, and I will simply pass x test and y test, it will give me the same score, but it is in negative because like we have passed the score as in negative. Okay, so you just have to multiply it by -1 and you will get the same score. All right, so is this clear, guys?
Yeah, the mean square error and score is same, only
right,
negative.
Here, if we do means, and what about R2 score? In similar manner, we have to find R2 score, right?
For the R2 score, see here we have defined the scoring, right? So that's why it is taking mean absolute error for the scoring. If we need to find the R2 score, then what we have to do is we have to call the R2 score function from the Sklearn metrics library. Okay, as we have already imported it, so I will simply write y test and y preds.
No, my question was just you can go above in this model also, where I find where we have found the R2 score. So we can write ridge_model dot score.
Okay. Yes, here also we did the same thing.
Pass the value of this. Okay.
We did the same thing here. All right, so now let's move
so
on.
It will differentiate only on the basis of
scoring
the library
parameter.
what we have called.
Yes, as well as the scoring parameter which we have passed. Okay, so
Nice.
now this is an interesting question as well as an important question. This question is of, I think, 5 marks or 8 marks. I'm not sure. Okay, but this is a very good question. Create a pipeline of the PCA as transformer and lasso and as an estimator. All right. So pipeline we have already imported. Grid search CV we have already imported. We need the PCA and lasso. How can we import them? Tell me for the PCA.
Decomposition.
7.decomposition.
Right. Dot decomposition, import PCA, and for lasso,
Linear underscore model.
Right. Okay, so I have imported it. Now let's define the parameters. Okay. Okay, before defining the parameters, let's create the pipeline. Okay, model pipeline equals pipeline, and here I have the first thing it is written.
Please
like,
mute. Abhishek, mute.
Okay. So Abhishek.
Abhishek, please mute.
Okay. So in the model pipeline, I'm first passing PCA as a transformer. All right. I have to call the PCA here. That's it. Then the second step is the estimator itself, which is lasso. All right. And this is my model pipeline. Now, there comes one thing, which is the parameters. If you are not able to set parameters for a pipeline, like for the hyperparameter tuning in a pipeline, then आपका पूरा question रह जाएगा. How can you set? Anybody knows? How can we set n components for the PCA?
Yes.
Okay, tell me.
Columns equals to n underscore components equals to colon. Yeah.
All right. Then
and then after
for the lasso
this
alpha value.
Lasso alpha.
Yeah.
So lasso underscore alpha or lasso alpha.
Okay. Why lasso underscore alpha? Alpha is the parameter na in lasso.
Yeah, it's alpha.
Okay. Then the scoring and these three things are in the grid search series. All right. Now there is one mistake that we will see. Okay. Let's move forward as of now. So CV model I'll simply write, and I will pass on grid search CV, and here I will have the model pipeline as an estimator. Okay, and then we will have the parameters. Then scoring, here it is written as the, again, same negative mean absolute error. We can even take any other scoring. CV is 5, and it has also written njobs -1. Njobs -1 basically represent use all the CPU cores and threads for the computation, so that will lead to faster computation. Okay, obviously that will lead to more CPU usage too. Okay, so I am here fitting the model, fitting the data into the model. So is this correct? Should I run it?
Yes.
All right, anybody has a doubt here, like any mistake or something? All right, so let me run it. So obviously it will give me an error, like if we go down till the last one, you can see invalid parameters for alpha for estimator. See, here comes the main thing which is like,
yes, I got the same error earlier.
Yeah. See, whenever we create a pipeline now, okay, let me explain. Whenever we create a pipeline and we first pass in the name, and if we want to like pass in the parameters for this PCA now, we have to set the name first, then double underscore, then that parameter name. So it will be something like this: transformer underscore underscore n component. And for the lasso, we have the name estimator. So estimator underscore underscore alpha. That is correct. Okay. Now if I run this,
Can you repeat? Explain again.
Yeah, sure. So we have a pipeline, right? And we have various things in the pipeline. सो अगर मुझे PCA के लिए कुछ चीज़ ऐड करनी है, यानी पैरामीटर, लेट्स से n components, so I can't do directly n components. I have to, like, the name I have provided here, I have to write this name first, okay, this one, and then double underscore, then the parameter name which is provided in the question, n component.
Okay, clear.
Same thing for the
And yeah, and for which one use for which one, like here PCA for transformer and estimator for
yes,
lasso.
it is up to us. We can
Yeah, and these are mentioned in question, like
no, it doesn't, they don't,
no,
they won't mention.
the given value.
You can use any name.
Yes, the values will be mentioned, obviously.
It's okay Pramji, but जो 0.9
Yeah,
0.95
I am
ये
saying the
PCA के
values
लिए
will be mentioned in the question.
and ये PCA के लिए और वो lasso. Okay, given.
Yes, वो ये पूरा जो है it is the complete question.
And also given the lasso.
Yes,
yeah,
everything.
And PCA.
All right. Okay. So now let's move forward. So we have, like, did all this. Okay. Yeah. So if we fit pipeline on the training data set, what will be the R2 score? It is asking for R2 score. Now you guys tell me. Am I doing this right?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me calculate the R2 score by the R2 score method as well, which is, first I will pass the y test, then CV model dot predict. I am simply calling the predict function directly here. Okay. But these are different. What is the mistake?
Both are coming different. Why? Because
Scoring parameter I have passed as mean absolute error. So this score will use this mean absolute error. Okay. So that's why it will give me mean absolute error, not the R2 score. For the R2 score, I have to use the R2 score from Sklearn.metrics. Okay. So these are like very basic things. You just have to read the question properly.
but we have defined R2 score also under matrix.
We have defined R2 score, we have imported it. Okay. But we have not defined R2 score here. Whatever score we will define in the grid search CV.
Okay. You mean whatever the parameter in scoring?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now it is asking how much variance is explained. Okay, how much variance is explained, that is the eigenvalue by the first principal component. So the PCA will gives us various principal components if you know the mathematics behind it. So let's see. We can
explain variance score.
Yeah. Okay. For this I need the best estimator. Okay. The best, using the best underscore estimator, I will get the best pipeline with these are the best parameters. If we check also CV underscore model dot best params, so these are the best parameters. For alpha, value is 10. For n components, value is 0.9. Now I got this pipeline, okay, using the best parameter because I have passed the pipeline directly. Okay. Now if I want this okay, if I want the variance value, how can I get? So first I need to get this step from the pipeline. I can get this via dot named steps, and named steps is a dictionary. Okay. So I need this transformer. Okay, let me do it step by step, that will be better. So this is the best parameter which I am getting. All right. You can see here. Now I want this PCA. PCA is in the name of transformer. How can I confirm it? Using the named steps. This is the parameter named steps. And then what we will do is, let me copy this code. And now I want this PCA class. All right. What I will do is I will simply write transformer, which is the key for this class. So I will get this PCA. This PCA now I have this PCA. Now I want the variance explained by it. So there is a parameter in the PCA, like after applying the PCA, not a parameter, sorry, attribute, which basically represents explained variance. which basically gives us the list. Okay, so we only have okay, so we have n components in this value. Okay, like point these values. Let's say if I set n components as some different values, so then we will get various values. So it is asking by the first principal component. So the first principal component will be this one. Okay, and it is asking for the eigenvalue. So eigenvalue, remember eigenvalue you will get via this one only. Okay, and I will pass in 0. So this is the answer for this question. How much variance is explained? Is it clear, guys?
Yes, clear, but
I know
steps we have to remember.
थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा है. Just look at it once again. आपको clear हो जाएगा. I am taking the best estimator, which is a pipeline. Okay, best estimator is the pipeline with the best steps. Then I am taking the named steps. From that I will get the PCA. Okay, named steps transformer, and after that the explained variance. Let's suppose I want the ratio. How can I get the ratio? By explained variance underscore ratio and underscore as well. So this is the ratio. Okay, make sure आपको ratio पूछा है या फिर eigen value पूछी है. If they have asked for eigen value, then you have to like use this explained variance. If they have asked for ratio, then only you have to use this ratio. Okay, so this thing, just keep this in mind. And अगर आप लोग ये कर लोगे, I think आपका 8 marks का question हो जाएगा. So yes.
Param,
yes.
that explained variance of 0 is like the first eigenvalue.
Right, the first eigenvalue.
Achha.
So okay, then we have this also. Okay, create a pipeline. All right, so we have various functions. So should I do these functions, these things as well? Like it is similar to the previous one. Okay, let me do these two.
Okay.
All right, let me do these two fast, so that will be better. Yes, I will link everything in the description, video description. All right, so it is asking for the polynomial features. Can anybody tell me how can I import the polynomial features? It is in pre-processing. Okay, so pre-processing, import polynomial features, and we have to use lasso. Lasso is already imported. So let me create a pipeline. Model pipeline equals pipeline. I'm just doing it a little bit faster. Okay, poly, I have named it as poly, and polynomial features, and I have to set interaction only as false and degree as 2. By default, what is the degree like in polynomial features?
I think it's 2 only.
Yes, it is 2. Then I have the estimator. Okay, lasso, alpha as 1, warm start as true,
Random state
0. I have created this model pipeline. Now I have to, what I have to do is calculate the R2 score. So let's fit the data first. X train, Y train. I have fitted the data. Ignore the warning. This is the warning. Okay, convergence warning. Then R2 score. Okay, can I do model pipeline dot score? Can I do this?
Yes, here I can do. Means
yes,
we can do.
Yes, right. And if I check, confirm it via R2 score also. First I will pass Y test, then model pipeline dot predict X test.
Y test.
Okay, so I'm getting the same value. All right. So I have done it a little bit faster, but if you are cleared with previous 2-3 questions, then ये बहुत easy है.
Yeah, it
Okay.
follow the previous.
Then I will show you this one also. Let me show you this one. Eliminate the features using recursive feature elimination. So we have to use the recursive feature elimination. RFE. How can I import RFE? Using feature selection. Okay. I'll simply write RFE, and I have to use linear regression. Where is the linear regression? Anybody?
Linear.
Linear
model.
model.
Yes. Linear regression. So I got this. Now for the RFE is a wrapper based feature selection way. Okay. So how it works? Let me create my RFE. Let me define the RFE, and I will pass the linear regression here. I have to call the linear regression, that you should keep in mind. Then nothing else. Then by default, if n features to select is 0, then half of the features are selected, it is written. Okay. So if they have specified any n features to select, then you can write. So they are asking if I have to like eliminate one feature. Which should I eliminate? First I have to fit it. Okay. I have to fit the training data. Then to get like which feature should I exclude? This is the most important part. Okay. I have to use ranking parameter, ranking underscore. This will give me the rank to all the features. The higher the rank, that feature should be eliminated. Okay. जिसकी भी rank सबसे ज़्यादा होगी ना जिस भी index पे, so that index feature should be eliminated. So the rank जिनकी 1 है ना, so that features are safe. हमें उसको eliminate करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Like this feature, the feature at okay, third index should be eliminated at first. Then this feature, this, then this, and this. So if I want the index of the feature, how can I get so? Anybody? If I want the index of this 20, how can I get?
ilog function.
Okay, ilog.
ilog 2.
ilog?
3.
I think argmax.
Yes, argmax, right? Argmax, and here I'll simply just call it. I'll get 3. Or I can also use the log as well. Dot log 20. Okay, sorry. Numpy array doesn't have any log. If I convert it into series, then I can use the log. Okay. So argmax, the maximum value whatever the array has, it will give the index of that value. Okay. So 20 is in third index. As you can see, 17 at 0, 1 at 1, and 5 at 2, 20 at 3. All right. So this is a very small question, but it is kind of a scoring question for you all.
Karanji, you have passed linear regression in RFE. So I can pass any other function also in RFE,
yes,
or
it
only
is specified in the question. Okay. I can pass anything. I can pass ridge, I can pass lasso, I can pass SGD regressor, or any other function as well. All right. Okay. Then this question is similar to the above ones. These two questions. I'm not doing it because it will take some more time. Okay. अभी तक हमने we have done like 9 questions here and 11 questions above, I think.
Ramji, one request. Could you
Yes.
again share this Kaggle link because my window was abruptly closed.
Sorry?
Kaggle link.
Yeah, I will share all these notebooks in
No,
the video
right now
description.
because I'm doing in parallel and my window was closed
Okay, I have
abruptly.
not
So
saved it yet. I have to like do a little bit of documentation too. So
okay.
Just wait for a few minutes. I will share it. Okay, I will share instantly
Okay,
when it's saved. Okay.
No issue.
All right. So guys, we have done till now 13 plus 9. Almost like 23 questions we have done. Okay, not 23, 22 questions. So are these questions clear? Just give a thumbs up if
Yes,
these are clear.
very much clear.
All right. See, if you are आप लोगों ने अभी तक 20 people are still there. Okay, 2 hours हो गए हैं. If you are able to like answer 50% of them ना, then आपके 50 marks तो पक्के हो गए, because I have set this question in the same manner as we have NPP and mock. Okay. आप लोगों ने भी देखा होगा बिल्कुल सेम क्वेश्चंस थे कुछ तो. So the manner is almost same. And then this is like for your practice as well and for my practice as well. Okay, मेरी भी practice हो गई. So this is it. Okay, anybody has any doubt in the NPP questions? Any doubt in the NPP part 1 or part 2?
No doubt, but the question is, means I have not attended the TA session. So similar type of questions will come in OPP.
Yes.
That will help. Otherwise,
yes, similar type of questions I have created and similar type of questions will come in OPP. Okay, so these are the OPP PDFs. Already
and
these
those
are
two
shared.
5 marks will be added to OPP marks only.
Yes. Not in the OPP. Those will be added as a bonus if you pass the course.
100 marks in total.
Right, in total. Okay. Yes, Vaishnavi.
Could you please explain that RFE once again?
Okay, RFE, even I don't know much about it, but I just know this. It takes each and every feature and train the model on it. And if the model gives a worse score on that feature, then it will give it a ranking. So third feature को it has given the ranking as 20, right? So that means ये feature के साथ जो score आ रहा है ना, that is the worst score. All right. So that is how RFE works. And similarly, we have RFE CV, which is the cross validation using various hyperparameters, you can say, or in the various cross validation, not the hyperparameters.
Could you little explain about this date and year
Sorry,
and
which
PD.2 date time?
which one?
Suppose date is given in the date, day, month, and year format,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to use the year
Mm-hmm.
in any pipeline or any something. So how to use the PD.2 date time for extracting that year?
Okay. What you can do is simply convert that into int. So let's suppose you have a date name feature, okay, in the DF. Simply write as type and write int or np.int32 or int64. That will easily convert it into a numerical value. If we have like years only or months only, if you have the date, then you have to do the feature engineering on it first.
Okay, otherwise it will convert directly into
Integer.
int64.
Yes, using this. Okay, so that's it. Guys, अभी तक किसी को कुछ और डाउट है?
परम जी यहाँ पे मैक्सिमम मैंने भी काफ़ी क्वेश्चन अप्लाई की फिट हम मैक्सिमम फिट अपना ट्रेन डेटा करते हैं और एक दो जगह फिट ट्रांसपोर्ट भी होता है फिट एंड ट्रांसपोर्ट तो वहाँ डाउट हो जाता है कहाँ पे वो यूज होता है मैक्सिमम तो फिट वो क्वेश्चन में बोल देता है कि आपको फिट करना है ट्रेन पर
ओके सी अगर आपके पास
शायद मैंने पीसीए या कोई देखा वहाँ पे फिट ट्रांसपोर्ट भी करना पड़ा
हाँ फिट ट्रांसफॉर्म करना पड़ता सी ऑल द थिंग्स एक्सेप्ट जब आप मॉडल यूज़ कर रहे हो कहीं भी या पाइपलाइन में आपके पास मॉडल है ना तो आपको फिट ही यूज़ करना है ठीक है इफ़ यू डोंट हैव द मॉडल in the pipeline or whatever on whatever you are calling the fit or fit transform अगर उसमें मॉडल नहीं है कहीं भी एमएल मॉडल लीनियर रिग्रेशन एसजीटी रिग्रेसर और एनीथिंग then you need to call fit underscore transform on training data okay
लाइक मैक्सिमम टाइम हमारे हम मॉडल को रन करते हैं और हमारे पास ये पिक्चर बन के आ जाती है
राइट
तो इससे भी हम कुछ ऑब्जर्व कर सकते हैं या इससे कोई ऑब्जर्वेशन नहीं
see fit automatically calls the fit underscore transform and everything inside the pipeline
ओके तो तो
हमें
whenever
कुछ करना नहीं पड़ता।
ये रन कभी जब हम ये रन नहीं करेंगे हमारा ये मॉडल का पिक्चर नहीं आएगा मैक्सिमम, तब हम फिर ट्रांसपोर्ट अप्लाई करेंगे लाइक ऐसा कुछ है या ऐसा कुछ नहीं?
सी जब आपके पास पाइपलाइन में मॉडल है ना, तो आपको फिट ट्रांसफॉर्म नहीं करना, आपको सिर्फ फिट कॉल करना है, ठीक है।
ओके
अगर आपके पास कहीं भी मॉडल आ जाता है तो आपको फिट यूज़ करना है, अगर मॉडल नहीं है देन आपको फिट अंडरस्कोर ट्रांसफॉर्म यूज़ करना है।
ओके। और एक जगह मैंने रन किया तो वो एरर दे रहा था, फिर मैंने उसको कहीं देखा तो उसने डॉट रिवल लगाया लास्ट में कोड करने के
डॉट
बाद, डॉट REVL रिवल, रिवर्सिबल कर रहा है शायद उसको,
ओके,
क्योंकि
आई
वो बार
डोंट
बार
नो
एरर।
एग्जैक्टली जो क्वेश्चन या कंसेप्ट था, आप मुझे शेयर करोगे, आई विल चेक इट, ठीक
मैं
है।
शेयर कर सकता हूँ या अभी वो भी कर सकता हूँ, क्या बोलते हैं उसको
आप मुझे
यहाँ पे।
व्हाट्सएप पे शेयर कर देना, आई विल लुक इनटू इट।
ओके ओके, अगर आपको तो यहाँ पे विंडो में शेयर कर सकता हूँ।
नो एक्चुअली अभी और भी थोड़ा सा है ना, सो
ठीक है,
दैट्स
ओके ओके
ऑलराइट।
नो प्रॉब्लम।
So we have practiced 20 plus questions till now. Okay. I have also like one more thing here, which is this. Okay. This notebook also I will share. This is for your practice, guys. Okay. What you can do is you can simply uh, extract it. Sorry, basically copy it, create a copy of this notebook, and use the train.csv which I have shared already. Okay, or use this data, I have already imported the data here. If you create a copy of this notebook ना, तो आपके पास data भी आ जाएगा, then आप लोग ये questions practice कर लेना. So we have a lot of questions, like 16 questions for data pre-processing, and for model building I have added 18 questions. So I think that
और
are
कहीं
more
प्रॉब्लम
than
हो
enough.
तो ओके, कहीं कोड करने में प्रॉब्लम होगी तो कोड भी अवेलेबल होगा, मतलब या पूछ सकते हैं, बोल सकते हैं।
सॉरी, आप थोड़ा माइक
अगर
पास रखो।
हाँ मैं कोड अगर यूज करता हूँ, कोड लिखने में एरर आता है या प्रॉब्लम होती है, तो कोड अवेलेबल है या फिर आपको व्हाट्सएप पे ही वो प्रॉब्लम पूछनी होगी? बाय द
Okay,
कोई क्वेश्चन में कोड रन नहीं हो पा रहा।
okay, see, I will try to solve by tonight. Okay,
ओके ओके नो
I will
प्रॉब्लम।
share the solutions as well, but अभी के लिए it is just for your practice.
ओके नहीं नहीं वो ओके, और डेटा इसी में ही अवेलेबल
Yeah,
है ना,
OPP
लिंक
1
होगा?
is only on regression. Data is already there. Just copy it and do the practice. See, ये practice मेरे लिए नहीं है, आप लोगों के लिए. It's up to you. If you want to do the practice, you can do the practice. You can ignore
या
it as well.
या
All right.
ओके ओके
And these are all the things. Rest guys, just one thing I want from you, that if you can like please fill this G form, okay, regarding the session feedbacks, and I will like improve the my sessions accordingly. Okay, don't worry, मैंने आपको कोई नेम ईमेल या कोई पर्सनल डेटा नहीं पूछा है, so relax. It's just
नहीं
regarding the sessions on.
मैं तो भर
Sure, I will do.
या
Okay,
मैंने
अगर
भर
आपने
चुका हूँ
ऑलरेडी
एक बार।
फिल कर दिया है, you can fill it once more, like
ओके
क्योंकि
ओके नो प्रॉब्लम।
सेशंस मैं लेटेस्ट सेशन के बेस पे फीडबैक देख रहा हूँ. ओके, आई एम चेकिंग ऑन ईच लेटेस्ट फीडबैक. सो अगर आपको कभी भी किसी भी सेशन में कुछ लगता है, यू कैन फिल द सेम फीडबैक फॉर्म अगेन. And yes, I will share all the Kaggle links, all these two notebook links, okay, as well as the NPP and the mock links. Okay, I will add all these links in the feedback form itself. तो इसमें जो है, इसमें मैंने कैलेंडर भी ऐड करा हुआ है. या कैलेंडर का आई थिंक मैं आपको बताना भूल गया था. जस्ट क्लिक ऑन दिस कैलेंडर, ओके, ओपन द फॉर्म एंड क्लिक ऑन दिस कैलेंडर एंड ज्वाइन दिस कैलेंडर. ओके, सो ज्वाइन कर लोगे ना, आपके कैलेंडर में ऐड हो जाएगा इन योर गूगल कैलेंडर. सो व्हेन एवर आई अपडेट अ सेशन, तो आपको नोटिफिकेशन मिल जाएगी. आई ऐड ऑल द डिटेल्स ऑफ द MLP सेशंस इन दिस कैलेंडर. ऑल्सो मैं सारे लिंक्स ना फॉर दिस क्योंकि डिस्क्रिप्शन में बहुत सारे हो जाएंगे, सो दैट विल बी काइंड ऑफ अ स्पैम and message me. So I will add all the links in this MLP sessions feedback form. All right, so that's it, and thank you guys for staying till now, and I hope आप सबका OPP भी अच्छा जाए. And just do the practice of this. I will share this notebook with you all. Okay, do the practice on this notebook, and all the best for the OPP. And अगर आपको कोई भी डाउट वगैरह आता है, just ping me in the group. See,
You will
ping,
share on WhatsApp or?
I will share the link in the like I will add all these notebooks link in the Gform, and I will share the Gform link in the WhatsApp. Okay, क्योंकि बहुत सारे 4-5 लिंक्स एक साथ हो जाएंगे मेसअप, तो इसलिए just a small message with the gform link and everything will be in it, present in it. Same thing I did for the Python sessions. All right, so thank you guys for staying till now, and if you have any feedback to share, you can share here too. And all the best for the OPP. And yeah, one more thing, the next session we will have on Wednesday. So today is 19, right? So Wednesday is 24. On 24 we will cover the week 5 we will cover in 1 hour, and the week 6 as well. Okay,
When we have to submit the week 6 assignment?
I think Sunday only, after the just after the OPP. So
Okay.
obviously I don't know how can you all submit. Okay, so that's it.